Hey folks, we're fixing to go up to Black Rock Mountain. Nice little drive here, and let's get started. I have to go around the driver's seat first. Just a minute. Here we go. Folks, we're on our way to Black Rock Mountain State Park in Georgia. And it's a nice little drive from Mountain City here. We're in Mountain City. And you've heard the Foxfire books. Well, this is where they were written. Raven County, North Georgia. Almost said North Carolina, but no. Well, there were some actually. My neighbors were part of those books. The Carpenters, if you find them, you're in my neighborhood. Let's turn the air conditioner off so we don't have all that noise. And hope you can hear me. Yeah, the Foxfire books were written by students from Raven County High School back in the 80s, and they did a series of them where the children went out and young adults, I should say, went out and talked to older folks like me back then, only I was not that old then, so they didn't talk to me, but I am now. But there are two. Those kids are probably, what, 40-some, almost 40 years old maybe, I don't know. This is a pretty drive, and one of the things I want to show you is the Continental Divide, and we just kind of wind through here. This is the first time I've ever tried making a video with my camera and driving, but there's a fella that does that all the time. Crash, I got stuff in the back, fell over. That didn't hurt. Didn't hurt anything though. Let's see, Crowbird Videos, I think his name, he calls himself. I'll put a link in the bottom here of the website, of the channel. And of this video, and you can go to his if you want to see some driving around Georgia. He does lots of it. I'm not sure how the volume's going to work. One thing, I got Charlie sticking his head in between me and the microphone, and he's a wandering dog. He loves watching the road as we drive along. And he likes to hang his head out the window sometimes too when I let him do that. But since I'm recording here, I'm not letting him do that because the wind would blow and, well, you know, make a lot of noise. But, so, we're about to come up on the entrance to the park, I do believe. That's Tiller's Chapter. There's an Eastern Continental Divide. I don't know where maybe we can get around here and you can see that. I'll do a loop-de-loop. Yeah, let's see if we can see that. The Foxfire's out that way. And yeah. There's a sign right there. Not much traffic out here today, but there is some traffic going up the park. I went up there a little while ago, and I thought it was so beautiful I've got to go ahead and take a video. And that's the first Continental Divide park we will pass. The Continental Divide runs along the Appalachian Mountains here, and it winds in and out. So some places, like right now on this side, I believe we'd be going to the water that would fell here in the rain would go to Little Tennessee River. Then on the other side, towards Clayton side, that'd be on my left, it will go out to the Tennessee River, actually the Little Tennessee River, then the Tennessee River, which is over in goes over to Tennessee from North Carolina, and then from there it would go to Alabama. The Little Tennessee River would go to Alabama. Here's the entrance right here. Really pretty out today. And then across from Alabama, it takes a little piece of across near Iuka, Mississippi, crosses Mississippi, and goes up into Tennessee again. And across Tennessee, up through the land between the lakes, if you're familiar with that, that's a great little park to see someday. Put it on your bucket list. Into the Tennessee River. Excuse me. That was into the Ohio River. And from the Ohio River, it goes over to Missouri, into the Mississippi River, through Indiana. So yeah, it goes a long way. And then it goes from the Mississippi down south to the Gulf of Mexico. And now we're calling it, some people are, I'm not sure what I'm going to call it, the Gulf of America. Since this is almost 2026, we're coming up with the anniversary of this United States. And there's some changes going on. We're going to be some big celebrations. I hope to film some of those for sure. Hope you're enjoying all these colors. It's pretty up here. It sure is. So we're going to go up here and I'll tell you a little bit more about the park. And we had to go in and stop at the gate to let them know that we have a pass. We do have a tourist park. We do have a, excuse me, we do have a Georgia Park pass. So we can go to all the parks and go into the parks for free. Except for maybe, I'm not sure, there may be a couple that we can't do that. But we can park in any of the parks. It's a little close around here. They don't shade these things very much because they're really pretty trees, bushes, rhododendron. I'm going to do a little loop-de-loop here, I think. Maybe we can see some more scenery. Let's see, I think it's a little further up here yet, though. We're coming to it. Oh, yeah. Maybe I will go down to the camping area and just kind of turn around and come back. Yeah, there's a camping area here, and there's cabins you can rent overnight, over a week, whatever you want. There's a good overlook right there. Yeah, I might get to this. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to do that back there now because I'll put in another video. But right now, I'd be heading back downhill, and there would be a place to turn around. So if you come up here, there's a little trail goes off to the left, and goes to a waterfall. And this water will go down to the Savannah River eventually, via the Chattooga River, the Two Little Falls River, the Chattooga River, or Toluga. Get your mouth straight here. Goes to Tate City. There's Tate City is the headwaters also is up in North Carolina. It goes down through Georgia. The Two Little River. It is a Two Little River. I just had to think about it. So you see that High Falls? Yeah, that's the one that's down here to the right. I'll have it down there one day. Make a video on that. I'm pretty sure. Been down there before. You hear Charlie breathing? He's wanting to get out. He's wanting to go for a walk. Aren't you, Charlie? Maybe we should open the window for him. And stick his head out and breathe out there. Yeah. The park's getting quite a bit of traffic today, sure enough. All the visitors coming to see the fall colors here in North Georgia. I'm having to watch my driving here because there's quite a bit of traffic. I don't know, it doesn't seem like much traffic here down Atlanta. But yeah, this is a lot of traffic for this part. We're just north of Clayton, Georgia, in Mountain City. There's a little bit to the east of us, and then on the north side is Dillard, Georgia, if you're familiar with the area. It goes up to Franklin, North Carolina. You can go over to Highland, North Carolina. Come back down through Scaly Mountain, back into Dillard. And there's lots of hiking places here. Charlie and I already made a video on the lake here, Black Rock Lake, and I'm posting before I post this one. A little winding road. Can you believe it? This is the kind of roads we traveled before we had interstates, and I do remember that. I'm old enough to remember before we had interstates. It even hitchhiked a major portion of Route 66 back in 1963. Yeah, I wasn't far out of high school, and I made that trip hitchhiking. I went from Oklahoma City to Los Angeles, where I was living at the time. More to that story too, but let's do a little loop here. And you can see this is down towards Clayton, and there's an overlook. When you come up here, you can go out that overlook. And gotta wait for traffic here a little bit. There we go. Yeah, Black Rock Mountain is booked as second highest state park in Georgia, not in the United States, in Georgia, and that's kind of different because actually Raven Bald here in Raven County is higher, and Brasstown Bald is the highest mountain in Georgia. I gotta stop up here and let them know we have a permit to get in, and we'll go down and look at another section of the park. So, see if he's watching. Maybe he is. Yeah, I got that park passed a while ago.
Yeah, you did. It's an annual?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just couldn't see it. Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's the magic pass. Go enjoy it.
Thank you.
Hey, pup.
So let's go on up here. And you can see there's lots of folks here today. This is, well, lots of folks, considering that there's not usually only one or two cars if it's this cool up here. Now we are going to come back and look at the valley over here. I'm passing the overlook for a lot of North Georgia, particularly Clayton, Georgia, on down into Lake Mont and towards Tallulah Gorge. And Tallulah Gorge is another place you'll want to stop someday. Yeah, it's a pretty neat place too. Do not pick wildflowers. Yeah, if you pick wildflowers, they're not there for someone else to see that lives has paid in to get in the park. Yeah, don't pick wildflowers. We want to leave them there for the next guy. Take pictures though. Don't forget to take pictures and stick them on YouTube, or you can make videos and put them on YouTube. You can also make pictures and put them on Facebook, whatever you want, whatever social media you got, Pinterest. I don't keep up with them very much anymore, but I'm full on in YouTube. Now here's some folks that is stopping at the Eastern Continental Divide, and I'm sure they're taking pictures there. I'll try to slow down so that they can. Okay, yeah, he's getting it right there. I'll take you on down here to where the cabins are, and then we'll come back and take a look, overlook. I hope you can hear this. Like I said, it's kind of far away because over the right-hand side. I'm trying to get things hooked up. I'm going to get myself a microphone that'll fit over here. I've got a microphone, but it doesn't fit this camera. Well, it doesn't fit my cell phone. That's what I'm doing it with. I got an iPhone 15 Pro Max, I believe it is, that I'm doing this video on. I'm not paid for any of this, folks. Not yet, anyway. I might one day get monetized for YouTube. We'll see. If I am, then that's when I'm paid. But right now, I'm not. So it may be a couple of months. It might be several years. It's already been 3 years on one of my channels. My beekeeping channel, that's Richard Hyatt Beekeeping. You can find me there on YouTube if you're interested in beekeeping. So here we are at the cabin. So it's a nice little place if you want to spend a few days, explore the whole area here, because this is This is the fall line. I read about it in grade school. I mean, the fall line in geography class, and when I was in 4th, 5th grade, I don't know, they talked about the fall line. That's where there are the waterfalls that go from the Smoky Mountains all the way down into the Piedmont area and then on down into the flatlands of Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. And this whole area is just loaded with waterfalls, and I will be doing some videos on those too, because they're major waterfalls. Like, this is the kind of stuff you see out west in Yosemite. No kidding. There's a bunch of them. There's probably 25 of them within 25 miles of my house. So yeah, like waterfalls. This is such a place on the fall line, anywhere from Virginia down to Georgia to Alabama. Alabama, they kind of get in a stretch, but there are some nice parks in Alabama that have nice waterfalls, and they're big waterfalls. There's not something to sneeze at either. I can't remember the name of the valley there, but it's about halfway up in the northeast section of Alabama, I think it is. There's a park there that's pretty neat. Maybe I'll remember to stick that in directions or something. Somebody's link. help another YouTuber out. I bet you I can find one that knows about that park. And Charlie's just about ready to get out, so we're going to go up here to the overlook, and we'll get out, get Charlie out, maybe walk around a little bit. I don't know. I think I'll make that a separate video, because if I get this one too long, my camera is going to, well, I don't know. If you bear with me, I'll go ahead and take a picture at the overlook, and you can see all the stuff down in, well, a long ways, the mountain area, I think, in Georgia, almost into, Tooele Gorge. Toccoa, that is. Toccoa, well past Tooele Gorge. Toccoa, Georgia, and Mount Airy down that area. You might be able to see the mountains here through the trees, but we'll get a better look right up here in just a second. So I have to rip my phone out of here. So let me get Charlie out, and here we are. We're coming up here where the parking area is. And just in case it doesn't work out, I'm going to park, I hope, where I can look directly over Clayton. And it looks like there might be one parking spot there. It's not a handicap, we're good though. Got some dogs here. Yeah, look at that. I want to park here, folks. Yeah, I might not even have to get out of the car here to show it. Look at that. Yeah, I think it'd be better if I just get Charlie out. Let me see if I can get this phone out of here, and we'll get out. I'll get out and take a look, and then I'll take Charlie for a walk afterwards. All right. So here we go. I'll be right back, Charlie. Okay, I'll get my key out. So here we are, and here's Charlie. We'll get out in a minute, Charlie. Okay? Is that okay? Okay. So now this scenery has all changed. Down there, let's go take a look right down here. Looks like a zoom in. Yeah. That is Main Street, Clayton, Georgia. And those big open areas on the other side are the grocery store. Those weren't built when I moved up here 20 years ago. And all the way that along 441 down there was not construction. In fact, 441 was a 2-lane road all the way up from, let's see, I think it was Tooele Gorge all the way up to almost North Carolina. It was a 2-lane road. Now they're constructing a 4-lane road all the way to North Carolina here from Dillard to, well, up through Dillard. But yeah, I think Mount Airy, let's zoom out here, is that peak right out there, the farthest one out. And I'm not sure which one mountain that is over there, but hey, if you're still with me, I appreciate it. I'm gonna do more videos on this, and I definitely want all you folks to go ahead and watch them and subscribe. If you subscribe, then you get to see them, right? You'll be able to find them. Or click that little bell and be a reminder.